Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today it's kind of like a craft with me. I'm going to try something new for me. I've never done this. I just thought to myself this morning, what would happen if I used brads? I got these brads yesterday from Tim Holtz. They're long fasteners. They just seem to be extra long brads, and this is the second little folio, and it's got not many pages in it, and I thought, oh, okay, am I brave enough to trial it out with this? And I thought 3, and then I thought, no, let's do 5, because they're brads. And won't they look stunning? Because on the other side it'll just look like 5 little nail heads down the spine. Oh, sometimes you've got to be brave, haven't you? And then what can go wrong? If I don't like it, we just take the brads out and we stitch it in. Okay, so first things first, I better make a template for the spine. So this is good. This is good for all the newbies out there. Let's make a template for the spine. Wonder how long are we working with here? 8. So 4's in the middle, so there'd be a hole at 4, and then maybe one at 6 and 5.5 and 6.5, 1.5 and 2.5. That sounds logical. Okay, let's do it. I'll just cut a piece of card, the exact width of my little spine, which is was it 3/4 of an inch? It might be easier to do it on here. 2 centimeters. All right. So let's measure 2 centimeters from this edge and 2 centimeters from this edge. Would that be about? That'd be about the exact length, the exact height, I mean. Right. Okay. I'm too lazy to get out my cutting mat. I'll just cut it out by hand. So I hope everyone's having a great day, doing something fun. Yes, so this is the template. And for newbies, always mark the top with a T. Oh, okay, that's silly, bit short. I'll just have to make sure that I place it exactly in the middle there to get the exact. Okay. Yep, that's good. So then I just get the ruler again, and half of that would be 1, so I want it straight down the middle here. Okay. Now I'll put the ruler on the book, not on the template. So what I've done is, because I've cut that template just shy of top and bottom, just shy of top and bottom, there's a tiny little 1/8 top and bottom. What I'm going to do is put the template in the middle where I want it, between top and bottom, exactly so I know it's even. But then I'm going to put my ruler against the top to measure so that I get the exact. Okay, so that's halfway. That's how I measure it. And then I think I said 5.5, didn't I? And 6.5. Maybe 7 looks better. 7. I think 1 inch there. How's that? One now. This is a bit all over the place now. And 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, that looks too close now, doesn't it? The top and the second one. Da 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 da. Probably not making this very logical for people to follow. Typical. Let's put it at 2.5. So then this one is wrong. I'll put a cross through it, and I don't know what that mark means. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crocodile big bite, and I've got it on the little hole. Just checking, yes. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So there's my template. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks really nice. So then there'll be 5. There'll be 5 studs down the middle of the spine. Actually, they could be a little bit. Yeah, they could have been over just a tad, couldn't they? Hey, okay, rightio. Well, I'll move it over just a little bit. Okay, so then the next thing to do is to take the papers, and I've made sure that they're all where I want them to be. Just clip them. Open them out. Put the template on. If you can't see that line, I get a little bit of chalk. A little bit of blue chalk here. That I just go down that crease with the chalk, so that when they put the template over, I can find, if I don't rub it out, okay, I can find the chalk. How come I can't? Oh yes, there it is. 2, 3, and you can see the blue dot through each one. And then I have to clip that in place. I don't want it to move. And then I'm going to bring the big bite in and punch through all of them together. Or maybe I should do it with the spine in situ as well and go through everything together. Yeah, no, I think I'll do the spine separately. I've got the template. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it's only paper. Okay. Okay, so this is where the big bite comes in handy, because you can really see what you're doing and you can get in there. 1, 2, 3, and then you can just swing it round. 4, and hang on, take that off. Be brave, be brave. It's scary. 5, okay. Now I've said a little prayer. All right, so we'll take that off. Oh, look at that, all on the blue line. Oh, aren't you pleased for me? I am. And then all you do is just take the blue chalk off like that. How cool is that? Right, so there we have the pages, and I thought because it is, I've never used fasteners in a signature before, but because they're metal, I'm guessing that they're going to need something to help from tearing the paper on the inside. So I'm going to have these little homemade little darlings. Like that. I'm going to hold them with a pair of tweezers. And then I'm going to get my big bite out and he'll chomp through that no trouble. Just get a hole in the middle. Look at that. Goes through 5. Right. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the center of the signature. Right. Now, should I glue them on or should I leave them to be able to move with the metal? See, that's the question now, isn't it? I'm not sure about that, but what I'm going to do is take my cover and then put the holes in here. Make sure I've got it where I want it. I think that's about it. Looks to be okay. Yeah, I don't mind if it comes over a little bit this way. I'd rather it in the center. They could probably come over a little bit more. Alright, okay. But this time what I can do is I can mark them. The pencil, whoops. And then bring the big bite in. And chomp the hole. Hope this works well. It might be a lesson in what not to do. Right. That was the best ever. I bought that because if I'd bought a little hole thing, the other one, if I wouldn't have been happy. Oh, look at that, perfect, all down the middle. So I'm guessing all I do now is just pop that in there. 1, 2. And I did test before to make sure that the heads weren't going to be, maybe fall through the hole. I did test prior. Okay, so what I might do is run a bit of, just sit those there with a bit of washi, because we've got to flip it over. Don't you love my raccoon washi tape? It makes me smile. Oops. I've never seen a real raccoon. They look like a little banded. Oh, we've seen them on National Geographic and stuff. They look so adorable. I just love his, I love his mask. His little. From what I've seen, I think they might be little bandits. Okay, well that should hold them there. And then we're going to just quickly flip, sit it on its back. Fantastic. And then we're going to get the signatures. And then we're just going to, how easy is this going to be, Di? Okay, yes, we have liftoff. Just a little bit of fiddling. Okay, 2 in. Okay, how are we going? This is where you know whether the oh yes, 3, 4, 5. Isn't that marvelous by having the template? And then we'll pop those on. 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? Where are you? Seriously, come on. Maybe it went. Ah, there it is. Phew. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll just clip that to the book. Now we open these out, but I don't know, should they go across or should they go probably up and down, do you think? Yeah, let's do it up and down. That seems to make more sense to me. Well, they're certainly long enough. There's 44 pages. This is so much fun. Oh, it looks like it's working. Okay. Ta-da! Now, uh-oh, got to refold it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jungo. Oh. Okay. Right, a snag. We've hit a snag. Do you think we need to just move them sideways? You're probably screaming at me. Just turn them sideways, Di. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this won't work after all. Oh dear. No. No. Hang on. Let's move it in on itself. Oh yes, okay. We'll take off the tape. Oh no, that just pulls straight out. Oh. Rats. So much for the... They can't take the pressure. They can't take the pressure. Wow. They can't take the pressure. I wonder, how else could I fix this? Maybe the dots should be on the inside. Oh, that's interesting. But I thought they'd look nice on the spine. See, they would look lovely on the spine. Well, let's turn it round. Let's see, shall we? This is a bit disappointing, but can it be made to work is the question. Not feeling very brave at the moment. I just don't think they're strong. They're just not strong enough. This is why people have sewn them in over the years. Yeah, sometimes you're silly if you want to reinvent the wheel, aren't you? Okay, so well that looks pleasing. Just doesn't. Then you would have to cover the spine. Okay, so that there and that there. Maybe the papers that I'm using were too thick at the end of the day. There's an awful lot of strain. But, I mean, if it worked, what a great idea. Maybe these papers are too thick. They look stunning, don't they? And as I say, there's not that many, but they are on 100 GSM, so yeah. Oh, that's what because the brads, I could probably score them and do a tiny little spine on each piece of paper so that they would sit flush. Oh, that's probably a better idea. Okay. Why don't I just try and do that now with them in place? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it feasible? Is it logical? Let's grab my bone folder. Oh, isn't this exciting? You see what I mean? Now we might be cooking with gas. And then this one, how is this going to work? Okay. Much better. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about this idea. And I'm not taking them out. I'm not going to take them out. Then I'll have to figure out something on the spine to make them look even prettier. So I left this one short so that I could put on an extended page, or I think this was the issue. The paper was too thick. And look at that, we've solved a problem. We created a problem. We solved a problem. Okay. And at the end of the day, if we don't like it, we'll take it out and then stitch them in using the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Isn't this fun? And by seeing the trial and error, you'll be like, oh, well, I'll have a go, or I'll never do that die. But if you ever want to change the inside, you can with something like this easily. You might be able to think of a more clever idea. And of course, then there's always, you can always, the holes are big enough now to put a nice seam binding ribbon through. So all is not lost. I thought all was lost, but all is not lost. This is, well, I think the papers are a bit thick, to be honest. Okay, so that's all those. There's the middle. Right. Now we'll do the other side. Might turn him around this way. Seeing as how I'm right-handed. I'm putting in just enough pressure on to make the table nice and wobbly. I'm standing up so I've got the extra oomph. That's a technical term. To press it down. Oh, I hope this works. I think it will. I think it will. So I'm trying to rack my brains to think of what I can do to cover those prongs down on the outside of the spine. I mean, if I'm going to glue fabric over the top, it kind of defeats the purpose with being able to take them out, doesn't it? I think so. I think these shorter ones are putting pressure on. Try and suppose I'm lazy. I should have probably taken them all out, given them a good score and done it properly. But I'd already turned the video on and... Okay, so what do we have? We've got kind of like a nice little spine here. Is it writable? Is it usable? Okay, well, it works. It does work. So that is something. It works. Certainly looks rustic. Would I take this out? Yes, I would take this out. And score them all properly. Give them all a proper little spine. But that was the problem. The papers I've used were too heavy. But look, it does work. It does work. I'm not sure that I like the prongs. It's a bit... You couldn't leave them like that. I don't think. I don't think I would leave them like that. They're very flimsy little metal pieces, I must say. You should have used tungsten steel, Tim. Okay. But they kind of look like little bows down the spine, and when they're nice and flat in, that's not bad. All right. Well, you could cover that. You could cover that with washi tape. You could cover that with some fabric. Actually, you could do little hinges. Get little pieces of fabric and hinge them across to cover that, and that'd probably come up easily if it needed to be fixed at any point in the future. Well, there you have it. I think I will let you be the judge. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's probably got its purpose. I should go away now and sit quietly after lunch. Take all these out and go and do beautiful creases on either side. I mean, that's only here. A quarter of an inch little spine. Just crease it 1/4 of an inch and then put them in. And perhaps then we can swing them back around and have them going up and down on the inside. I might just pause you, and I'm going to go have lunch, and then I will magically make it all happen, and we'll see if we can't do it how I originally wanted to do it, with the press studs down the spine. All right, and then yeah, okay, so I'll be back in a minute. Well, by jingo. I think I've done it. Would I do it again? I don't know. But they look good on the outside, the 5 little dots. I crisped up every edge. And that's what it looks like down the center. So, which that could easily be just, it's much better with them on the inside. And that could be easily put some washi tape over if you wished, or take it out and stitch them in, replace it, write on it. But by crisping up the fold lines, it's worked. It has worked. And I think it's probably better to use heavier paper. If you used really fine paper, well, I think we know what metal and paper do. It would just totally fall through. So, there we have it. My second little journal. Will it close properly? Yes, it will. Okay, and then I'll just have to do a closure. Okay, well, that was something different, wasn't it? Whether or not I will leave that in before I sell it, or not, I'm not sure. But it can be done. It can be done, and it's another form of binding. As I say, I haven't seen it in many places. There's probably a reason for that. But yes, well, I think I'm going to leave you there. I think you've suffered enough. And yeah, trial it and let me know what you think. I mean, trial it and just see whether you think it's a great idea, whether it's got its uses. Tell me in the comments section on what your thoughts are on this, what are we going to call it? Fastener binding. Yeah, I'll think of something clever. All right, I love it when I make myself laugh. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and meet me back here for more stuff and nonsense. And yeah, I win the bravery award, I think. This I set the competition, I set the prize. I am the booby prize. What can I say? Bravery award for giving it a good old-fashioned go. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.